Good evening, people. Good evening. It's the preview. Big game this weekend. Top of the table clash. Title challenger clash. You know how it is. Are we speaking too soon, or could this Arsenal be the real deal? We're going to get straight into it. What's good, people? What's good? We're back. It's the preview show. Liverpool versus Arsenal. Big trip to Anfield. Haven't been successful in a lot of years going there, but the fact we're all wearing Arsenal tops, merchandise, whatever you want to call it, shows me we're all kind of back in the ting right now. No one's hiding. We're here. We're here. We're here. So let's get into this. Let me introduce the panel. We got my guy, GunnerKing. How you keeping, bro?
Yeah, man. All good. All good. Just jumped off a live on TikTok. So it's all kicking off, man.
Quiet live.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be too long because I know you got a busy evening ahead. Pranabu, how you keeping, bruv?
I'm keeping well, man. Thanks you guys for having me. Saturday can't come sooner, man. It's time to rewrite the past, man. We've
I hear that.
Too many beatings down there.
I hear that. I think we got them slightly, like, they're not admitting it, but I think they're slightly worried about us coming up there. Like, you can see by the energy. My Liverpool fans have been quiet all week, and normally I don't hear the end of them. Like, so I think they're a little worried. They're going as favourites, but I do feel they know they got to be on their A game. Like, anything below, and it could be a problem for them.
My boy Paddy actually he messaged me today. I don't know if you see that tweet I did earlier, where he was saying that Ramsdale's save is overrated. Yeah. Usual whip around, the Arsenal fans into a frenzy, before the game, And I just had to remind him of.
But which one? He made two great saves that game.
Last save the other day against West Ham.
It'd be the free kick, wouldn't it?
We were messaging actually, and he was like, "Do you know what? I am actually worried." I can't remember the last time, I actually heard a Liverpool fan, admit to being worried, about playing Arsenal Football Club.
Definitely. And so I'll come back to you in a second, guys. I've got to introduce the rest of the panel, and somebody's going to be happy in the comments. Someone was looking for his dad to be on the show. He's here.
My son.
Nigerian Englishman son.
Son, you better be dancing like me, son. Son, I hope you're dancing just like Daddy is. Hey. And just so you know, this tune is called Confidence by Buju, and Savage. And the reason I'm playing that is because I'm more confident going into this game than I've been going into a Liverpool Arsenal game for the last 4 or 5 years. Does that mean I think we're gonna win? I'll answer that at the end of the stream. But what that means is I'm more confident this time than the previous 4 years. Let's get it, bro. Oh yeah, now.
Definitely. And so at least we got one happy customer watching. Nigerian Englishman son, your dad is here. Big dogs, I'm really sorry. It's my fault we was late. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Normally it's Nigerian, but this time it was me actually. I'm gonna hold my hands up. I'll be real.
The clock's changed. I'm on.
You've been all right, innit?
Always an hour early.
Yeah, and I'll be real. I was playing Football Manager. I'll be real. I lost track of time, boy. Like, the game's got me hooked in again, boy. I'm telling you. So
you did it to yourself.
Yeah,
I stay well away from that game because I know what it means if I press play.
It's a problem, mate. Listen, I ain't even been trying to see nobody after work, boy. just deep in the game. So yeah, we're here. We're live. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna fly through the comments because they've been popping off. Sega, Alanazi. Yo, what's up, my brother? Hope you're good. Sorry for getting your name completely wrong, but the lips are big. They call me Gumsa. Like, it's a lot going on just to get some words out. You get me? Like, you lot don't understand the struggles, boy. Like, it's a lot. Listen, the brain has to work like, boy, overtime just to get certain words out. You get me? So, but we're here. Gunner, you weren't wearing that on TikTok live. Someone's watching you.
You got to put the uniform on, innit? Like, you know, like you can't put the uniform on. That's what it is, you know.
I hear that.
That was TikTok was pleasure, but this is work now. Yeah.
I like this comment. Big Dogs has said can never be optimistic going to Anfield. And I do agree. I don't feel we're going to win, but I think for most Arsenal fans, I don't want to speak on everyone's behalf, but I'm just looking forward to a better performance than what we've done in recent years. Like we've been getting slapped up there for a long time. Like do you remember that it was Ainsley Maitland-Niles when he scored? By the time I finished celebrating, they were winning 2-1. Like, don't know if you remember that game. We went 1-0 up, and within 3 minutes, we were 2-1 down. And so we're just hoping this defense will fare a bit better.
Didn't that happen last season as well with Lacazette scoring?
It's happened.
Like it was a flukiest goal. Like,
yeah. Wasn't that an equaliser though?
Yeah, that was equaliser. Then he missed the sitter, weren't he? Then he missed one, and then that was it.
That's when they scored 2. Won the game.
I don't know why I remember us going up in that game for some reason, but
yeah, who knows? We got your son, Nigerian. He's saying Paddy's just jealous that Alisson can't do the same. So yeah, that's when your comment earlier, GunnerKing. We've got one more to get through.
That for me, yeah. We got to send that to him.
Yep. And for KG, you know it was a good save as everyone is talking about it. And I agree. And if you saw the weekend after, was it Trent's free kick against West Ham? It was in a similar position, and the ball ended up in. It was a bit more to the corner, but not much. But Fabianski didn't even move. Didn't move. So that shows you how good that save was. And even Ramsdale come out and said he's played with Maddison at must be England under 21s or England camps, and he said he likes to reverse it into the corner the keeper standing. So he had to wait a second longer to make sure he didn't go back the other way. So he almost delayed his movement to make sure he doesn't beat him on his side, so it makes it even more impressive.
I love that you said that, because I hate when my penalty taker's taking a penalty against his international keeper or familiar keeper. You saw it when Uber took a pen against Martinez.
Yeah,
he just knew
they would have been doing that in training.
Yeah.
And even with that, I'm not too sure how much you lot know with in terms of the first team and that, but Martinez definitely would have been the one taking the lashes from them boys with striking practice. So the main keeper will go and do what he's doing, and them lot will be calling under 23 keepers or your sub keeper say, "Yo, you're going in goal. We're hitting free kicks, we're hitting penalties," and them guys take the lashes. So Martinez has probably faced a lot of shots from Abba and Laka, so that did give him the advantage, I reckon. The comments are going crazy, and it seems to be your son. Tell your son to go do some homework. What's your son doing before? You look too young to have a son above 10.
School tomorrow, bro. Jeez.
This is my son in here as well, man. Crazy kid, man. Honestly.
Bless. Right, we're gonna come back to the comments in a second, because the comments are going mad. It's going crazy in there. But yeah, so Prana, we're gonna come to you.
Jeez.
Because obviously I spoke to a few of the others before. So what's your thoughts on the game Saturday? What's your expectations? What would you be happy with?
My expectations is that we continue doing what we're doing. And I mean, we pick roughly the same formation and we keep the same philosophy. Like we attack them early. And because I want to attack them early because they're coming off some bad results. Like that Brighton game, they nearly lost that game against a team that didn't have a recognized striker. They followed that up by losing at West Ham. Like they're not in great form. I think we should get at them early and then try and hold on. I expect Lacazette to start, and I'm hoping my boy Ainsley Maitland-Niles gets a chance because he's probably the most experienced one there. Like last season, he played more minutes in central midfield than Partey and El Neni. So I'd like to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles in the team.
I second that Ainsley part because I hope Partey is playing, but. Because if Lokonga makes the type of mistakes he was making against Watford against Liverpool, we lose 4-5. So
you get punished against them. Is there a case for El Nene? Is this the game where he could play? And I'm only going to say that with in terms of.
They need to finish. It's all right.
No, let me finish. In terms of, we've seen United do it. And we know firsthand they had Park Ji-sung and John O'Shea would play 4 games a season, and 2 of them was against Arsenal home and away, and 2 was against Chelsea home and away. There's some times where you need something different. Like we know we're not going to be dominating the ball as much. Although yes, we still need a ball player, someone comfortable on the ball. At the same time, with his energy, tenacity, again, Partey's coming off injury, so is he going to be fully fit to be moving around freely for 90 minutes, or does he need someone next to him who's going to do a majority of the running? Would that? I'm not saying you want to. Again, this is a special game. You're playing Liverpool. Like, there's two games I would say you go into the season and say we've got to adapt how we play, and that's Liverpool and City. I think Chelsea can still play the same way to a certain degree, but Liverpool and City seem to be a level above, in my opinion. Even though I think Chelsea will win the league.
I'll be so real. The two options for me that I would rather do than El Neni is go to a 5 with either Tierney or Tavares, right, on the left. Now, look, I hope you lot watched the England. I know it was only San Marino, but I hope you lot watched it the other day. You tell me, Saka was picked as a wing back, exactly as I said, yeah? You tell me when you saw Saka actually in a wing back position. He wasn't. He was further forward the whole time. And it was turning to a 3 or a 4. Yeah, but obviously when they did need to drop 10 and pick up their shape, then he was, because he's got that engine to go up both wings, yeah, like he can go up and he can come back down very quickly to help us regain our shape. I'd rather do that than play on any.
Ooh, okay. Nigerian.
They're attacking areas. I mean, it comes from the wide areas.
I've not watched an England San Marino game since 1994. I don't think. I just watched the highlights. You know, it's going to be bare goals.
GunnerKing's a champion for watching.
He was picked as the left winger, but Saka was ahead of him more times than he wasn't.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So what are you saying, Gunner? Are you saying that you'd like an adjustment in formation for this game? You wouldn't stick with what we've done the 4-4-2?
I'm not saying that. I think that would be a better alternative than playing El Neni. I think where we would need to be stronger in terms of being able to double up on a Salah or a Mane is in those areas, you know, in the wider pockets, not in the central ones. You get what I mean?
Fair enough. Nigerian, what are you saying?
To be honest, I've been saying it on previous streams all week. This is the most confident I've been going into this fixture for a while. But it's also it's a game that people can't say, oh, it's only Liverpool. Like, that's one team that people can't say the stupidness they've been saying every time we beat a team. I'm not saying we're going to beat them, but it's a big test for me to officially say we've made progress. We've come on the back of a good run, which we've done in the past. It's after international break. It's a game away from home. There's a chance that we might not have our best midfielder, Thomas Partey, in that game. If somehow, some way, with all those things, we get a result, I've got to believe that we've made progress. Do you get what I'm saying? I've got to believe it, because, like, what more do I want Arteta to show me? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear that. And I think that kind of echoes what everyone's saying. We're not going with, but we've been talking quite upbeat. It's not going in there thinking, like, when we go to Old Trafford, and I know Solo's probably not Solo. I know Amundi's probably watching somewhere because we're living rent free in his head at the moment. You come like Beetlejuice. We mentioned Man United, and he pops up in the comments. So we'll see how many seconds do we see Amundi. But
you got to mention him 2 more times.
All right, we'll do it one more when we're ready. But I'm going into that United game, like, expectations. We should be winning that game. The Liverpool one are not going in like that. But actually, I just want to see a better performance than what we have been doing. So, and I think we all kind of echo that. I think what's going to be interesting, again, the last few weeks, it's kind of the team's picked itself. I think the starting lineup, I think most of it will pick itself. I think there's 3 positions where maybe there might be some movement. So I'm going to call out 2 names and then you lot pick who you want in there. So I think the first one's going to be left back. Are we going Tavares or Tierney? Prana, what are you thinking?
I think we got to go with the know-how, right, rather than form right now. I think that's a tricky game. Like Trent Alexander, you got to get in his face. Or whoever else, he's going to pick you up off that wing. And I think Tierney knows. And I also think Tierney has seen Tavares. He's seen him bat it up. And I think Tierney's the type of guy that's got that attitude that he wants to one-up him. Okay, you've come upon you're in my shoes. You've done your thing. Now let me show you how it's done. I want to see that type of performance from Tierney. So I want Tierney to come in.
All right, cool. Love that. It's under a minute as well, which we like to hear. Well done. Nigerian, I see you smiling hard when he said Tierney, so I'm guessing you're going Tierney as well. But give me your reasons why.
Yeah, for me, and I saw someone in the comment section, I think, talk about it. But I would say because of the actual team we're playing against, it's got to be Tierney. And I actually, I didn't watch all the Scotland game. I probably watched 30 minutes of each collectively. But seeing the stats and player stats, he got 8 out of 10 for both games. And he's been watching, as Prana was saying, he's watching Tierney the last few games ban it up. He's thinking, I used to be the guy. I need to let them know who the guy is again, which for me, that's why he went out internationally and did a madness. It's Anfield. Tavares has time. What we don't want him to do is play at Anfield, concede 3-4 goals, get skinned left, right, and centre, and then lose his confidence. I'd rather if that was to happen to Tierney, I don't think it would. Then he's more likely to bounce back for something like that rather than a Tavares. As great as Tavares has done, and you see how highly I spoke about him in one of our previous streams, I just think this is a game for Tierney to stand up and say, I am the guy.
Yeah. I hear you. Right, GunnerKing. Are you going to stick up for the boy, Nuno? Let's have a look. First of all, who you going with? And let me get your reasons.
We know where he's got.
And you got a minute. You have got 1 minute. I'm watching now.
Tavares, I just think if something's not broken, don't fix it at the moment. This is what we brought him in for, to be able to cover for Tierney when he's injured. I think what happens with Tierney and Partey is we rush them back for these big games. You look at Partey when he got rushed back against Spurs last season, broke down in the game. The breakdown in the game actually cost us a goal and took away a substitution from us. Why are we taking these risks? If we're buying these players to be able to cover for these players, and be able to come in and do a job, and let's be real, he's done more than a job. I think, against Watford, you can say it's Watford, but Ismaila Sarr is a problem. I mean, Ismaila Sarr literally stopped Liverpool from going invincible 2 seasons ago. Thank you very much. We haven't forgotten that.
We owe you.
You get what I'm trying to say? Sarr is no joke, and he pocketed him. He had to go to the other wing. Tommy Arsenal was like, "You're not getting any change off me either." So, I personally think that I've said it on numerous other streams before. We need to put belts and braces, on our approach to bringing Partey and Tierney back into our squad. If we keep bringing them back too early, we did the same with Martinelli. He broke down twice last season from injury recovery. I'm seriously worried that if these niggling injuries, it's sort of like with Wilshere, where they started out as niggling ones, and he was rushing himself back because Tierney's got that same mindset. Do you know what I mean? He wants to be on the pitch. He'll play through pain. He'll say he's not hurting when he's hurting. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's that kind of guy. You know what I mean? So I just think, look, I think, it's all good wanting to win a battle, but I'd rather win the war. We're going to need Tierney fit for the rest of the season. Is it really about rushing him back? This is a high intensity game. Liverpool, they are the main instigators of a high press game. So the amount of time and space and that he's going to have on the ball, and if someone gets in behind him, the rate at which he's going to have to make recovery runs, I just think it's a bit of a recipe to disaster. And look, Tavares has shown up, man. I think you look at his athleticism. The guy's 6'4", winning balls in the air, strong, can take the ball forward. He's got an engine. He's got good technique. Can use both feet.
Can he take the ball under pressure, like in his own half, like when Liverpool are pressing? Is he as good at ball retention than Tierney?
He's better. I'm going to answer that. He's better. He's actually better than Tierney. If you watch when he drops inside and beats players, he progresses our football a lot more than Tierney does. I think Tierney not say he's what he's doing, but he opens up on the left and it goes down the line and then he goes with it. Whereas I've seen Tavares come inside into more of a central role. You see him beat players on the inside, and that offsets a lot of defenders. And then you have to, as an opposition team, have to then try and readjust to then cover. Someone has to come and meet him, which creates more space. So I think he's that sense,
a very good partnership with ESR as well.
Yeah, and I was going to say, sometimes the best form of defense is attack. And I'm not saying let's go.
He embodies that, to be honest. He does embody that, because I've not really seen I still don't really know what he's like defensively. Let me not lie to you. I've seen him have a few one-on-ones, but I couldn't give you a full evaluation of him defensively. But with that being said, are we forgetting who the bad boy Kieran Tierney is?
Tierney is that guy. I do love Tierney.
Last season without that guy.
I do love Tierney. Right, do you know we're going to stop it there because we're going to run over time with that.
Okay,
I'm going to give my answer. I'm going to go Tavares as well. So we've got 2 for Tierney, 2 for Tavares.
Comment section has to decide.
Comment section decide who it is. We'll come back to that. We're going to move into midfield. We're going to presume Partey is fit. Yeah, we're going to presume he's 100%. Who are we putting next to him? You've got a choice out of 3 this time. You've got El Nene, you've got Sambi, and you've got Ainsley Maitland-Niles. GunnerKing, you're going first. I don't want no reasons. Give me a name.
Based off of the form of the last game, Maitland-Niles.
Fair enough. And actually, I'm going to come to you first. Nigerian, give me a name.
You might have El Nene to pick for, but we don't have him. He's not part of my selection, brother. That's all for you, Gums. So for me, Maitland-Niles all day because of the mistakes. And I'm not being too harsh on Lukonga. I think Gunner said it a few weeks ago. He said he's still going to make more mistakes because he's young, but he's a hell of a player. But I'd go with Ainsley this time round.
I hear that. And Prana, who you got? So we got. Wait, do you say Maitland-Niles as well, GunnerKing?
Yeah.
Yes, we've got 2 for Maitland. Prana, what are you saying?
We're making a hat trick for Maitland-Niles. This guy is so composed, man. Let's do it, Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to make it 4, but my reason's a bit different. Can I get into it? Because I didn't talk about the left back. I'm going to talk about this one. I'm taking charge. I don't even care. Salah is a monster at the moment, and his turn of pace is a joke. And I think there's one of the quickest in our team is Maitland-Niles. If he plays midfield, he normally plays on the left side at the moment because Partey has the right side. So I think out of all the midfielders because again, there's going to be times where he has to go cover that side if Tavares has gone on. So he has to be the one out there. And I think he's probably athletically the best to deal with Salah. And we've seen him do it at left wing back for us where he's dealt with some of the best wingers out there. I'm sure we played Liverpool a couple of years ago. He played left wing back. You remember him? Is it when we won the FA Cup?
Yeah.
He played left wing back then and dealt with him. So I think him playing in that centre midfield role where he has to cover the left because that's how we do set up. Do you know what I mean? The wing backs push on and one of our centre midfielders. I think he'd be more suited to going one-on-one with Mo Salah than anybody else if he has to. So that's my reasons for playing Maitland-Niles, and he's a good player and he can take penalties. So yeah, he's got to be more aggressive and take that penalty off Aubameyang now as well because
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Because Laka ain't gonna do it.
He's 2 in a row, bro. He's missed 2 in a row.
Yeah, and we have got, and even with Laka, they're good penalty takers. And we're gonna move on to the next one again. Prana, we're coming to. Actually, no, we ain't got Nigerian first yet. So Nigerian, you're gonna go first on this one. We're gonna go Lacazette or Odegaard. Who's playing in that 10?
I've got to go with Laka personally, man. As much as I like what Odegaard can do from time to time, I'd rather him coming in last 20 minutes to change up the game if needed. I'm going to go with Laka with this one. And he likes to go against Liverpool, Laka.
He plays well against Liverpool, yeah. I think you need that energy and fight he brings in it. I think he will rise to the occasion. I really do. Prano, who are you going with? Laka or
definitely Lacazette 100%. I mean, my beef with Odegaard is he takes too long on the ball. He takes too long to make that decision, and it gives the defense a chance to set. And I don't like that. When with Lacazette, the ball bounces quickly. If it bounces off Lacazette, that means it's bouncing to our danger men, Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe.
GunnerKing, do you echo what these guys are
play himself, Gumsa. He's going to play himself.
I don't even know I'm asking.
Your son's comment, man. He says Gunner has to start at 10. No, look, I would go with Laka because the thing is that, as I said, going to the home games and actually seeing it from the stadium. The first one I went to was the Palace game, where we looked flat in the second half, and his introduction made such a difference. Obviously, he got the equaliser in that game, but you could see the moment he came on, it was one of those, like, his first touch was like a pass into like someone's feet, and like, you know, straight away spun, trying to get in the box. You know, like when possession breaks down and we've lost the ball, he's the most capable in our system to be able to kind of help us execute our version of Gengen pressing, where we are pressing very high up the pitch. You know, like that doesn't come very naturally to Aubameyang. And actually, if you ask Aubameyang to do that too much, you're taking energy away from him, and you're taking him away from a higher starting position if we quickly turn the ball over. So I think you saw from that game, he started every other game since. We've looked so much better going forward. Just in particular, the link-up play with Smith Rowe and Saka, and also just giving Aubameyang like a bit of presence, like someone to play off. Like when we get the ball into the final third. So last 2 games in a row, he's won penalties as well, which he does win a lot of free kicks. That's
the big difference for me.
Yeah, because he's just a handful.
Yeah. So you're going Laka as well. And I'm going to agree with that. I think what people don't give him credit for is how he uses his body and takes kicks. It's unselfish what he does. And I've seen Odegaard being robbed about 4 times very easily. Whereas, again, when you look at the goal, the penalties Laka's won, he's just putting his body in the way of people coming. So go and hit me. And free kicks. And we're going to need that against a high-pressing Liverpool team. So if Van Dijk's coming through, Laka will put his body in the way and say, just foul me, and then we can get up the pitch. We can start again and take some pressure off. So, yeah, I think that's 4 for Laka. And
don't get me wrong, though. I mean, Odegaard came on against Watford. Probably should have had a goal if it wasn't for Aubameyang.
We're not dissing him, but I think a game like this, where you got a team that are high pressing, you need someone who's gonna take responsibility, give me the ball in them tight areas, and I'm either gonna get us out or I'm gonna win a free kick, and that's gonna take the pressure off the back line. And what we've seen against Brighton and Palace is no one took the pressure off. When we were backed in there, no one's saying give me it and let me relieve the pressure. So that's why he's vital. We're going to move on to some comments. So then we're going to move on to some comments, Gunner, because we're running. The comments are mad, and I want to get to them.
I just want to say this one.
So we have.
He's
I'm happy to give pens to GunnerKing. We will come back to you, Gunner. There's comments galore. We want to get to them. So we're going to get we got to get the pens over.
Right, there's loads of comments. Right.
There's enough. We have Gunner, Lacazette, Canners, Mbeumo. Your son's got banter. He's still said, don't forget James's Ramsdale. SKTV said, and he backs up with I think Nigerian and Prana was saying, if anybody saw Scotland playing a break, Tierney has to start. And Big Dogs has come in. We went to get them 2 on the panel. I disagree. KT been shit since Brentford. It's going to be interesting. He starts that one.
Too much slander on KT's name, man. Yes, he must pick Nigeria. Big up, son. Son, tell them.
Talk to him. Oh, so what you were saying earlier, GunnerKing, about going 3 at the back, you're saying KT should be in there if we do it.
But I like what Gunner said as well. Gunner said if it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's not change up the formation.
I hear that. Nigerian, your son's doing his homework while listening to the show. El Nenny's more basic than bread. Tony, Silverfox don't want to see 3 at the back.
Look. Can I just say very quickly? We need to dispel this myth that just because you play 3 at the back, it has to be a defensive formation. What's the highlights? It was only San Marino, but what's the highlights again? And you tell me that from the minute the game started until it ended, that Saka was playing as a wing back. He wasn't. It was a starting position. Yeah, but he was further forward than Smith Rowe 90% of the time. What that allowed Smith Rowe to do was drift inside. Yeah,
I'm thinking everyone's more like
that wide space for us to keep our shape. Yeah, so that's what was allowing Smith Rowe to dart into the box a lot more.
But GunnerKing, I think more people watched the Manchester derby than the England and Marino game, and that 3 at the back got dominated by that high press, man.
It depends who you're playing against as well, isn't it? Chelsea play 3 at the back, and if they're dominating the ball, they're high up. But when they played City the other day, their wing backs couldn't get out. So again, but if you watch Arsenal, Tomiyasu will sit into a 3, which will allow a left back to bomb on like a left wing back anyway. So it's very fluid.
Conte's Inter Milan of last season was defensive.
No, but for me,
right? I think that was a weak league. Like I don't rate that Serie A title that you won.
I'm not gonna take slander on Serie A right now. They've been sleeping for a while, but over the last 2 years, if you see even how the clubs are performing in Europe.
No, fair enough. But I'm just saying, like their title win, a lot of clubs were in transition last season. That's how Inter Milan kind of snuck in there and won the title. One Conte and his Tottenham team. Like, I'm not rating that. I'm not rating that.
To the point, though, like regardless of how.
No, he's talking about the way it was set up, right? Yeah.
Conte was not setting that team up to be defensive.
No.
Let's be real, like he had three at the back, but he had Martinez right behind Lukaku. So if anything, it's like he's got two strikers. Like Martinez got like 11 assists and 20 odd goals. So Lukaku got like 23 odd goals. You know, like over 20 goal involvements for two strikers.
But Gunn, I think the debate in the comment section is more based on 4-4-2's really been working for us rather than it's a defensive setup playing five at the back. I hear what you're saying though. It's not. It depends how you play it for sure. But because 4-4-2's been working, I'm leaning on the side of that more than a five at the back. But if the five at the back was an alternative for not playing El Neni, then five at the back all day. All day.
Yeah, is Liverpool's the whole basis of their attack here, right, is overloads from the wide areas. Yeah, so you got your fullbacks here, Trent Alexander coming forward with Salah. Salah's either drifting inside or going wide himself. They're like pulling people to and fro. So if you had say Tierney on the left hand side as a centre back, and then Tavares, then you can double up on Salah. You know, then if Trent's got the ball, he's isolated, or vice versa.
Were you playing Saka in this formation, though?
When we do get the ball forward, when we do get the ball and we break forward, it can easily turn into a back four. Our back four at the moment is turning into a back three already. Yes. So what you'll see is Tomiyasu will tuck in, Tierney will get forward, and a back four becomes a back three. It's just no different. It's just you're adding an extra man to cover the most dangerous part of their pitch, which is their right-hand channel. Do you get what I mean?
The only thing with that is it depends how you play. If you play it with wingers or would you play it with a 10 and 2 strikers? If you're playing Lacazette and Aubameyang, then someone's got to miss. So either Smith Rowe or Saka's got to miss. Then you're now playing with, I don't know, it depends. But again, if you now only leave in,
so who you playing on the right wing?
I don't know.
Playing Smith Rowe.
Really thought
he's just thinking of another option. I hear him. Though. I hear him.
All right, so I got a good question there. I'm going to come to you lot because this is quite a nice one. If Arteta gets top 4 this year, I want to see us challenging for the title next season. Right, we're going to play it out. So imagine Arteta does get top 4. What do you think he needs in order to push, money-wise, player-wise? Like this 11's got something about it. Is there much in this 11 you would change, or would it just be the backups, the squad you're looking to improve on?
Run it back.
So Arteta
basketball, run it back, but I'd run it back.
Go again.
If you look at what's working for us, right? It's our academy. It's not, the signings are helping, but it's really the academy. And if it is the golden era of our academy, let's keep running it back.
I like that.
Interesting.
I think.
Don't ask me, Gums. Don't ask.
For me, what I've said, even to get top 4 this season, I feel I maintain we need to, in January, we need to get a striker and we need to get another central midfielder.
Whoa. So I was having this conversation with Nigerian the other day, right, about January signings, right? And me and Nigerian, we've been watching football almost 3 decades, and we can only count of like maybe on one hand how many a successful January signing. They just don't tend to
for 3. Yeah, 3 is just really 2 or 3 would be unrealistic. I hear you though, Gunnar, because I think
we do need to go in.
I believe we need those people, but I don't think no matter what we can get.
We're playing one game a week. Like, we can hardly give guys time already.
I think midfielders needed.
When you're bringing in Kim Kallstrom on deadline day in January,
Dennis Suarez.
He's already got a broken back. You're bringing in Dennis Suarez. You're bringing in. Did we bring in Ceballos? I think the last January signing that we made, I can think was like I expected an impact and we got it, was Aubameyang.
Yeah, so you paid for that. Yeah,
that guy.
Exactly, we paid for that.
You paid for if we try and do it on the cheap, it's the problem, innit? I think the last good one we had Ceballos, innit?
And again, it doesn't.
I was waiting.
Right, you know we don't call that name on this channel anymore.
Tony, clip that reaction, please. I was waiting for him.
Bloody guy, the Spanish guy.
But I do echo you, Gunner. I do think a midfielders need, especially if Partey is disappearing for a few weeks.
El Nene as well,
And
potentially.
El Nene, then you are leaving yourself. And Prana, actually, it's good that we got you on board because I heard you're a big Granit Xhaka fan. So
love him.
Do you think that Partey won't be missed? I'd not say he won't be missed, but would you just be happy with Xhaka coming back in? It's like a new signing almost this season where he hasn't played.
100%. That guy is a general of the midfield. In his position, like there's not much that he can't do. You know?
Sorry, I'm just going to put you on a big screen because I don't want me associated with what you're saying.
Yeah, this is
no association with what you're saying. So you take this away. This is your segment. Clip this up, Tony. Your segment. Go, Prana.
Listen, Granit Xhaka, he is the manager's dream. He does what he has to do. He's one of the smartest midfielders that we have. If we need to make a foul, he will make a foul to stop the ball from transitioning. And that's one of my favorite things I like about Xhaka. Along with his amazing passing. I think that Gumsa, I think the last game you went to was it the preseason game against Chelsea?
I'll come back.
And that game was boring until Xhaka came on and made the crowd go, wow.
I didn't. I'll be real. I celebrated till I saw it was and I sat back down. I was so vexed because I just thought I was so mad, bro. I was so mad when he scored. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Come on, man. You gotta admit.
Listen. I do feel we're harsh.
I have to second Prana.
Go on. You go first.
I'm just gonna. I think I said it again the other day. Sorry if I sound like a bit of a broken record, Tony. But you look at the Tottenham game. You look at the performance. Xhaka reacted from the Man City sending off. That was his first game back. You look at how comfortable we were. I know we were playing at home, but Tottenham are a far stronger team than Brighton on paper. Yeah.
On paper, okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah. On paper, right? So
Gumsa, I got this. Don't worry, I got this.
Like, please. At the end of the day, you look by contrast.
Yes, Gumsa.
Our performance straight after that midfield was missing something. I hate to say it. I don't even like myself saying this, but it was there.
I got this.
Staring me in the face.
So in response to that Tottenham game thing, like anything that happens in the Arsenal Tottenham game, I don't look at it as part of the rest of the season. Everyone's up for that game. I get what Gunner's saying. He definitely did bounce back from the City game, but I can't see him. I've seen Xhaka have good games, an odd good game here, and I've seen it. It's not like I've never seen him play well in an Arsenal shirt. I've seen it. It just doesn't happen enough. It doesn't happen 3 games in a row. And as I said, Xhaka is best suited for the Italian league. He has time on the ball. He can do all that quarterback shit, and people aren't going to hit him with a high press. In the Premier League, it doesn't work, which is why he's made so many errors. A lot that he's been punished for. Some we've been able to dig him out. If you're telling me Xhaka can give me that Tottenham performance for a full season, even for 25 games a season, I'll keep him. But you can't, bro. You can't.
I'm done with that, man. I've been done with him.
Prana,
we're gonna have me and you. 1 week we're gonna get
the red card. That wasn't a red card. That's all I don't give a.
Cool.
That was not a red card, bro.
Do you know what we're gonna do? Me and Prana, we're gonna come on the breakdown 1 week. I'm gonna give you like 2 weeks to plan, some evidence. I want video footage, I want picture footage, stats, whatever. I'm gonna bring my evidence, and we're gonna go at it. Me and you for 45 minutes straight. We get a referee, and we're gonna go at this Xhaka debate because, yeah, as I said, he has been my worst ever signing for Arsenal, and I say it with chest. And I'm not saying he's the worst player. But he's been the worst signing ever because of what we've turned into on his ring.
Prana, I won't lie, Prana, you might be banned for the next few weeks because we just spent 5 minutes talking about the guy that's not nowhere near the starting lineup for Saturday. No more Xhaka talk.
Segan, Igor Stefanos.
Don't care. He's worse than them. He's worse than them. I'm not saying he's a worse player. I'm not saying he's a worse player. I'm not saying he's a worse player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a worse player. But when you look at the Arsenal Xhaka came into, full of attacking players, full of it. And we've brought a DM in and had to bring in so many different DMs to play next to my DM. And we've now lost.
That one is.
So when he come in, what was his job? What was his job to be? What do we all say when Xhaka comes in?
But the problem is,
no. What did we all say when we was buying Xhaka? What was it we was talking about? His job was to do.
Talking about Xhaka, bro.
This guy divides the fan base, so we need some clickbaity clips and the rest of it. So, but me and Prime are going to do this. Me and Prime are going to do it, and I'll stick by it.
One thing I will say, one last sentence here.
Go on.
Better when he plays next to Partey.
Exactly, this is my problem. Why have we had to buy 4 or 5 different players to play next to this guy? Like, and you have to now bring one of the, not saying he's the best centre midfielders in the world, but he's that kind of player to make him look half decent, and he's still not doing enough.
Wait. Who was he playing against before? Who was he playing with before?
He's had his first season. He come in. He had Wiltshire, Ramsey next to him. We got rid of all that kind of, and Cazorla. Well, Cazorla got injured. We got rid of all that attacking flair. Then he's had Torreira, El Nene, Guendouzi. We've now got rid of them guys. And Partey's the one where it's actually, this guy can now play next to him. Like, and again, if you look at the names I've just called, we was an attacking team. We always had quality players. And I look at that midfield now, and it's a shadow of it.
But that's definitely not his fault. That's a manager's style. That's a manager.
Yes!
That's a manager
No!
Emre came in and likes to play a bit defensive.
He was there with Wenger.
Okay, let's do it because you riled me up right now.
Listen, we're gonna go, and I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna bring it out.
On a lighter note, Prana, you'll be as excited as I was just then. Gennett Rowe has been sacked as Super Eagles coach. Yes, no more dead football for Nigeria. Oh yeah, continue. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Look what even Nigerian Sun saying. Xhaka coming to a team of Ozil, Santi, Sanchez, and Ramsey, ballers, and he was meant to be the rock in that midfield. The Gilberto, the Alex Song, the Vieira, one of them players, and we had to sell all the attacking flair and bring in bare defensive man to start. And I wouldn't even mind if he was good going forward. He was a Ramsey or someone.
That argument does not even make sense. Like, how can Xhaka's agent told them to sell everyone? It makes no sense. Bro.
No, I'm not saying that's him, but I'm saying as a collective, what we've had to do to accommodate Xhaka has really set us back a long way, and that's where I'm getting at it with. I think to accommodate him in the team, to get the best out of Xhaka. To get the best out of Xhaka, we've had to remove a lot of the attacking flair. And this is why we've ended up coming back.
The thing with the Xhaka problem, is he was bought to be a DM. And in Germany, he was much more of a playmaker, come box-to-box player. Yeah, people, we went through this age, where we just thought a central midfielder is a central midfielder, you play as a deep playmaker, you can.
It can be someone like Sambi Lokonga and Partey as central midfielders. They could do every single role within that midfield. I'm not saying they're 10s, but they could play an 8 or a 6.
This guy's much more of a deeper line playmaker, or someone that can make late arrivals in and around the box to thread passes. Yeah,
I haven't seen him do that because I think he's shit in the final third. I think he's pouring it up in the higher areas.
We asked him to do a job that doesn't play to his strengths, so he does need some credit for that. He does. But
he's played. For me, he's played every role in that midfield, and I haven't seen him do anything spectacular. Don't get me wrong, he's got a great range of passing when he's not under pressure. He's not press resistant. He can't play with his back to goal. If he's facing his own goalkeeper, he doesn't want the ball, and that's a big problem. Again, he's been the one to almost replace Cazorla in them lot, and them lot would take the. As I said, I match him with Alex Song. I think that was his role when he was coming in. Was the Alex Song, the deepest player. Get the ball transitionist, and I just don't think he's press resistant, which limits him. And again, he's not great in the going forward like your Ramseys and them guys. So it's kind of what is his actual strengths in the team, and it's
his.
And I'm not saying he's a bad player.
It's his key passing. He makes key pass after key pass after key pass. He's a consistent key passer, and the amateur eye does not see it. Unless you're into football, you will not see. I know you see it, but the thing is with you.
No, he does. He does. I've got my agenda, but it was the same with Bellerin. It doesn't matter what you tell me. I'm not hearing it.
Any other Arsenal player, just with Xhaka,
I would 100% admit it. When everyone else makes a mistake, I can. But if he makes it, because I've been seeing so many, and it was the same with Bellerin. But I had this argument last year, and people were saying I'm harsh on Bellerin, and now we brought a right back in who can play. People are now saying actually, I see it's the same thing with Leno and Ramsdale. Leno wasn't bad, but me and Gunner, there's going to be a famous clip of me and Gunner going at it about Ramsdale and Leno, and I'm going mad about Leno, saying his kicking's poor, and Gunner again. Leno's not a bad keeper, but for what we wanted him to do, he couldn't do it. And now Ramsdale's come in. You've seen the difference he's made just by being able to clip a ball 30 yards into a player's feet. The amount of pressure that takes off our back line, and as I was saying on the stream the other day, I think Ramsdale's going to be a very important player against this Liverpool team. because in order for us to get out, he's going to have to be able to play passes, which we haven't been able to do. And that's why Liverpool found it so easy to play against us, because they just press us. Whereas now, hopefully, he can bypass.
You lot done now, yeah? You lot done now?
Yeah, we're back.
Right. Anyway,
what I want to say is like Pirlo always played with 2 central midfielders flanking him with no 10. I've never really seen Arsenal try that with him.
But Pirlo could get the ball off the back and turn, and Xhaka can't. So that's just irrelevant.
Didn't we see Xhaka in a midfield 3 with Ceballos and Partey?
We've seen Xhaka play every role.
Before we were playing the
wait, didn't we see Xhaka in the Euros bad it up against Kante and Pogba?
No, do not. He played under no pressure. Do not do that.
Was he doing everything that game against Pogba? Kante.
Listen, if you can see my mouse right now, is hovering over your mute button, brother.
You can't deny the truth.
I'm sorry. Right, we've gone off topic. We're gonna bring partner. We're definitely coming back for that chat, boy. We're gonna bring Canners in. He can referee it. It's gonna be me and Nigerian against Prana. You can find yourself a partner.
Yeah,
and we're gonna get this on.
Aiden, bring Aiden as well, bro.
Bring him. But yeah, right. We're gonna get into some predictions. We've gone through the starting 11s, kind of. We've all kind of, well, it was half and half with Tierney and Tavares. The other 3 picked themselves. Ramsdale in goal. We want Maitland-Niles and Partey, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Smith Rowe and Saka. No one, Smith Rowe and Saka, everyone's in agreement, isn't they? Yeah, everyone's in agreement. Smith Rowe and Saka, cool. So that's done. Right, predictions. GunnerKing. What are you saying?
Come on, Gunner, say it off.
2-1.
To the wayside, right? The good guys.
2-1 either way. I think.
No offense, man.
This ain't William Hill, bro. You have to place one bet.
If I'm being honest, I think if I had to pick whether we're gonna lose or win 2-1, I have to say lose.
Fair enough.
But as I said, I'm not looking at this game and thinking we need to win it. I'm thinking if we lose this game and then go beat Newcastle and beat United, or not lose to United, and it's a thing of attrition, man. Like, they're young players as well, man. Like, this is the biggest game of their Arsenal career so far, and they're all kids, effectively. So we got to just be a little grounded in it. I hear you.
Nigerian, we're coming to you next.
We got my son, by the way. He's talking sense. We need to check Prana's passport. So I would say I think they're going to be goals, as it always goes. Arsenal, Liverpool. But I'm gonna be consistent with what I've been saying all week. I think 2-2.
3-2.
2-2.
Oh, okay.
Score draw. Fair
enough. Prana.
I don't see us losing this game, man. I really do not.
11 unbeaten.
Let's go for it. But you know what? I think Uber owns us one. I think if we employ the same tactics as West Ham, like, we can hit them more on the break than West Ham can. So, like, I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. Let's do it.
Oi.
Shall I go with a mad one?
2-1 sounds mad enough to me, but go on.
I don't even know why I get these mad feelings when we go. All week I'm saying Arsenal getting beat, and I just think I just can't even say Arsenal going to lose. I've got to have that confidence in my boys. So, I feel we can. I think we're going to do a madness, you know. In my head, it sounds. Do you know what this is talking? This is because I play Football Manager just now. So it was in my head. It's got me like I could do a madness.
That's what's got you flipping. It's not real football, though. Not real football.
I'm gonna go. I think 2-2. I'll be very happy with a 2-2. But I gotta go bold. I gotta go 3-1 to Arsenal. I gotta go bold. This come on, boys. Do this for me, please.
Well, I feel like this is such. You've gone beyond bold. You've gone like
But Joyce, I think it's.
I've got to do it. Like, tell you what I'm going to do. Yeah, if we win 3-1, right, I got to do some kind of forfeit.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm with you on that.
You give us all your OnlyFans. That's what you give us.
Give us the password. But do you know what it is? I think for it to go right, it's got to go really, 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 really well. And I think it's one of the games, if you win it, we're going to win it in such a way like it's a statement. It's not going to be yes, they might dominate possession, but I think if we beat them, it's going to be like that, that, like, wow, where did that come from? I think it'd be that moment. A bit like City when we beat them 2-0, where it's like, how have you pulled that out the bag? Like, and I think that would be that kind of mastermind where everything goes our way. That's why I've gone 3-1. But
I love it. Quickly though, guys, anyone that heard my comment about the Nigerian manager, confirm it
talk us
first. I just did what everyone does in this social media era: see something on WhatsApp and believe it's true. Sorry, guys, I apologize. Anyone in the comments, let us know if that's actually true. Don't play with my emotions. I hope it is true, please. and if we're talking about strikers to lead the line for the future for Arsenal, Tony mentioned it earlier in the comment section. Osimhen is definitely one to watch, bro.
Yeah,
he's that good.
Kind of striker that I saw him for the first time live up close and personal. Yeah, and he's a baller, mate. He can do everything, bro.
Yeah. Serious.
Yeah,
he's serious.
What does he play like? Is he rapid?
He's rapid and he's good in the air. He's strong. He's got a dribble in him. Like, boy.
It'll cost over 100 mil to get him now, though, isn't it? Because he left for like 60.
He left for like 70. Yeah.
Wow.
But boy, if we're looking, if the person that says what we need to do to go to the next level, we need to look for a world-class striker like Osimhen to lead our line and move past this Aubameyang thing. I think this should be Abba's last year as the main man. No offense.
The reason why I say we should do it in January instead of the summer, right, is because, right, as you look at Tottenham at the moment, they've dropped the ball a bit. You look at United, they've dropped the ball a bit. You look at Leicester, they have dropped the ball extremely. Yeah, West Ham, they've got a small squad. They're obviously
and they're in Europe.
They're in Europe, so they're doing very well in Europe. They haven't lost a game in Europe. Yeah, so they're fighting on 4 fronts. Yeah, 3 domestic ones and 1 European one. So you got to factor in all that travel and stuff. We've only got 1-2 games a week, because of our fixture situation of not being in Europe. I think to fully capitalize on that, we go like I keep citing, like, Prana, you haven't heard me say this. I've said this on a lot of streams. You look at United before they signed Bruno Fernandes to when they signed him that January, that literally capitulated them into the top 4, and they've not got back since. Imagine they had waited to make that transfer until the summer. Yeah, like, who knows? Because they would
miss out, yeah.
6s and 7s, and then it would have been more difficult to attract that player in the summer anyway. Yeah,
fair enough.
Pay over the odds for him in terms of, like, to entice him to come when you're not a top 4 team. That wage structure is completely different. Yeah, so over the lifetime of thinking, we can't do that big business in January, you're probably going to save more money from that paying that transfer fee and swallowing that initial outlay to maybe missing out on top 4 and then having to pay over the odds and then having the same wage problem that we've been having for freaking years now.
I think what you get in the summer as well is other teams will be shopping at the same time. Whereas if you go and hit in January, I think Spurs will have money this January.
No doubt.
But apart from that, I don't think many teams will have, and Newcastle obviously, but they shouldn't be able to get any players we're going for right now. So I think, if you jump early in January, but like United, because it was United and City were going for Bruno, weren't they? In the summer, no one got him, and then in January, only United went back in for him and grabbed him. So I do agree. I do think and like you're saying, actually, he might cost you 60 mil, but Champions League football's 40, 50 mil you're going to get off that. So actually, you've only spent 10 on him if you secure that 4th place. So it's not a bad tactic to go for. And sometimes you've got to be aggressive. That year when Leicester won the league, we was 1 or 2 players away from really pushing. I think a centre back and a striker.
We had Santi Cazorla away from pushing, didn't he? He get injured and then that's why he couldn't push. But what I would say to the striker thing, right? Who's available? And if no one's not available, like, do we not have faith in Balogun next season? Like, do you not want to see what our academy can do up front?
I want to have faith in him, but I just don't think he's been given enough chances for him to be ready to be the guy next season.
I think he needs a good loan. I think he really does. His record's not trying to compare him to Nketiah, the different players. I do think Balogun has a bit more all round to his game, like hold up play and things like that. But his record in the 23s isn't even like Nketiah's. Nketiah's 23 record and under 21 record was crazy. So And again, I'm not just basing it on goals because you don't know me. I don't just do the goals and stats thing. But if he's not ripping it up in there, and he's scoring good goals, but he should be putting in 2s and 3s every week. And then you were saying he's now above that level. I think a good loan move for him from, I think January he needs to go to at least half a season, and then we can evaluate him properly.
What you've got to look at in any case anyway, right? Lacazette's age, Aubameyang's age, and then you've got to look at the massive gap between their age and Balogun's. Now look what happened. We played Balogun against Brentford, thinking it's only Brentford. They've just come up, newly promoted. Yes, Lacazette and Aubameyang are injured, so we don't have a choice. He had one bad performance. Our fans destroyed him. They slated him. Our own fans were just like,
our fans online are horrible, man. Some of them are just really...
have that level of pressure. It's not healthy. It's not going to help him. So I think what we need is a bridge, between their youth, and their inexperience, and Lacazette and Aubameyang's experience, but their aging bodies. You need something in the middle of that, because they're on the polar extremes, and you're looking at the Watford game, right? How wasteful we were in front of goal. Like we got the win, we got the 3 points, but let's not pretend we didn't miss a hell of a lot of chances we should be taking. And in the past couple of games, you can't say you haven't seen that either as well. Now you look at the goal difference that we're on 0. Chelsea and Liverpool sitting up there on what 10, 20 plus, barely conceding as well. We've sorted our defense out now. Going back to what Nigerian said about an elite level striker, Chelsea have got that.
No, they do not.
Come on now. Oh my God.
We don't want to be here for another hour, bro. Let's not do it. Not do it.
No, they do not.
Fall back.
They look better without the striker, right? They're averaging more goals without a striker, cuz. Like, that should let you know, cuz.
Save it for next week.
Right. Just quickly, we've got 3 minutes
next week, bro. Bring him on GunnerKing Court.
Yeah, take you two. Yeah, Brana, you know what you're doing. You're rattling the boys up here, boy. I like it, though. I like it. But thoughts on the Isco rumor? I don't think none of us would really. I don't know about you, Prana. I know for the other two, they wouldn't be going for Isco. Prana, what are you saying on Isco? You having that talk for a midfielder coming in Jan, maybe alone?
No. Do you know what I would love? I would love the club to come out and say we're not signing no players. That will make me very, very happy. I'm not interested in January signings at all, bro. Do not like them. It affects team chemistry. I'm not about it, bro.
Wow. Yeah, Prana v Gunner is getting icy. I agree with that.
I'm
shaking it up.
Forward to GunnerKing Court next week now because of that.
Yeah, Prana. Yeah, it's got to be done. I think you got a Newcastle boys on there, ain't you? But all right, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap it up now.
Newcastle fans,
so
about doing a preview show with them, but I want to get a transfer one running now.
It's getting that time.
Where we're talking about what rumors, because there have been rumors circulating, and there have been links to strikers and midfielders.
Definitely.
Not with Sanchez. There's been various striker links, Vlahovic. So.
I like the academy. The academy is lovely. Promote. I'd like to see some players from the academy come up. I don't want to see fresh players.
All right, fair enough. All right, cool. So on that note, Nigerian son said we have to remove you, Prana. Can we like sign-ins? But yeah, guys, thank you very much for today's show. We're going to wrap up there. Went on longer than we should have because of that. GunnerKing, you in for a lonely evening tonight. Apologies. But yeah, no, I appreciate everyone. Prana, thanks for joining us. Nigerian, the pleasure as always. GunnerKing, pleasure as always again. We're going to have, presuming there'll be a reaction show straight after the game. Then join us for the breakdown, Gunslingers, GunnerKing Court, and another preview show next week. So plenty of content. So yeah, thanks very much. Everyone in the comment section, thank you. You kept it lively. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, leaving some comments. I believe GunnerKing and Nigerian said they're going to go and jump in the comments after and talk to you, man. I would, but my football manager's calling me, and my team already feels neglected for an hour. So, calling me, so yeah, you lot ain't going to see me on those socials. But yeah, no, thank you guys for jumping in and joining in.
Can I just drop
take last thing
very quickly? Last thing. Me and Gumsa we're gonna start Twitch streaming Football Manager sessions. Next Thursday, I'm gonna order my copy. So stay tuned, because I'm big on that game as well. I could quite happily just work.
So if you know what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take 2 weeks to scout every single player in that first season who I can get for cheap. Wonder Kids the lot. So I'm ready, prepared to go at you. So now, guys, it's going to be fun. Oh yeah, and
back, Gumsa. Don't do this to me. I'm not trying to get involved in Football Manager.
You got to jump in. And also, Silver Fox, he's doing Twitch videos of his FIFA story mode. He actually set himself a challenge. If he doesn't concede in the first 3 games, then he doesn't have to sell Rob Holding, and he conceded in his first game. So I don't know what he was thinking. He had Brentford, Man City, and Chelsea in his first 3 games. So Rob Holding was out the door. So so plenty of content, guys. And thank you again for tuning in. And we're out of here. See you on Saturday. And hopefully Arsenal can do a madness. So we're praying. Love.